Here we go, another project that's all about being censorship resistant, that's all about privacy, and that is also part of the Cosmos ecosystem.
Using Wi-Fi without NordVPN could mean sharing your private stuff with more people than you think. NordVPN. Online security starts with a click.
Find the best cryptocurrency investments, check out Token Metrics, use my affiliate link for a discount. Hey, Nikita, thank you so much for making yourself available.
Hello.
Hi, thank you. You are the CTO for Decentr. Is that right?
That's correct.
Yeah. Do you want to say what Decentr is and what you do, and then we'll start digging into it further?
Yeah. Well, how much time do you have? It is quite a large project. We try to do as much as possible. So basically, we are the Web3 new generation browser that focuses on the privacy and the data, bringing back the power of the data to the people. That's like a short stuff.
Okay. Now, if am I right in understanding it? I mean, that it's just a browser, or is there more to it?
There's obviously more to it. It's built on top of the browser. The main product is the browser that people can use, in daily to-daily activities, which is, on desktop or on mobiles. But with it comes because it's based on the Cosmos ecosystem. It comes with the staking right inside of the browser, so certain DeFi features. It has certain, we have our own Explorer in built already, working for the people. With the actual browser, there is a couple of additional things. We have our own ad block that's free right out of the box. We have the basic VPN service that's also free and available right out of the box. There's obviously a user panel where you can see what kind of data you're sharing and choosing like what kind of data you want to share and work from there. So
okay. Well, look, let's look at the browser element first, and then we can go to other elements of it. So it's a browser with a built-in VPN. Now, does it mean I can go? Now, some of these questions, forgive me, might seem really silly, but you're probably used to a lot of silly questions from people who don't know about your project. Okay, so just warning you in advance for silly questions. So it's just like a regular browser, whether I'm using Opera or Chrome or Brave or Firefox. I can go to the BBC website, should I want to make that mistake, or I can go to any other website. I can go to the osmosis.zone and have a look at the DEX. Am I able to do that through your Decentr browser?
Yes, we initially we always thought about the idea that any part of the web should be accessible. So we decided to take a Chromium engine, which is the open source engine from Google, and you'd be surprised that even in the open source Chromium engine, there is a ton of data getting collected by Google and getting sent to Google. So first we stripped all of that parts out. So no data is being sent anywhere, and no data is being collected. That's kind of what we tried to be in the first place, is that the browser that does not collect your data, the browser that does not send anywhere your browsing patterns or anything like that, but at the same time, the browser that as you rightly pointed, you can access any websites that any other browser lets you access.
Right.
And that was a big part. Some of the initial challenges there were with certain websites, like the Spotify or some media sites such as Netflix, but we're constantly solving those problems because those are related to the proprietary codecs, and it takes sometimes a little bit more time. Us being the fully open source company, it takes a little bit more time to get everything covered, but we are more or less comfortable with knowing that we have covered 99% of the websites, and they all are working fine inside the browser. So yeah, the main functionality of browsing is fully, is working. So
So by the way, I don't use Chrome. That's not my first choice. Okay, it would be Brave or Firefox or something, right? But if and Opera has a built-in VPN, which I'll come to. But if I start using the Decentr browser, which I only came across a couple of days ago because you've announced a partnership with Sentinel, which I'd also like to talk to you about. But with the, if I go, say, to Google, the search engine, that collects lots of data. and it has cookies, and the BBC website has cookies. So what does your browser do with the data that those websites collect?
Well, that's a good question. Is that there is always an option, especially in the European Union, as they made the laws with GDPR, is that you can decline the cookies on any of the websites. And
Right.
when you do, that's the thing, is that with the modern browsers, such as Chrome, such as even Firefox, and even the good guys, right? The thing is that there is two components of data collection. One side is the side of the actual different websites, as you said rightfully. BBC might collect your data, but then again, you have to agree to that. That's the beauty of the new European laws and stuff. So that part kind of gets cut off, and we, from our side, we also cut off any of the data storage, any of the data sharing. So that way, it works in the both ways. You don't share anything programmatically throughout the browser, and the websites that you go to, you just have to be aware. Obviously, we cannot eliminate everything that websites try to get from you, but with the proper, with the more or less solid behavior, you can be good. Especially, we try to kind of educate people in terms of our default search engine, for example, is .go when you open it. It's not, we're not going to the Google. We're not eliminating that. That's another kind of philosophy that we try to keep, is that we don't discriminate. And if the person wants to use Google, that's fine. Like, we don't stop it. If the person wants to use any of their search engine of their liking, not a problem, or any of the websites that collect the data, they're free to do so. That's we give equal opportunity. That's kind of going into another part, is that when you do decide to share your data, as our main concept is browse to earn, you do get certain rewards. But you don't have to do it. You can just download the browser. You can select not to share any data and just use our product, and not even worry about creating an account, or not worrying about sharing any data. And you know that right out of the box, you downloaded the browser, and you know for sure that none of the data that you are searching for, none of the data that you're submitting through the web browser is stored anywhere and is sent anywhere. So that's kind of, that's already a good concept. So
okay, and the browser code, the Decentr browser code is all open source?
Yes, it's open source. We're still trying to get the build system out so that it's fully accessible by everybody. But yes, the browser code is open source. Plus the backend part is open source, except for some anti-fraud modules that we have, some proprietary stuff. But and the blockchain itself is open source because it's Cosmos based, and Cosmos is open source. Cosmos Tendermint based.
Okay.
So yeah, and we are big advocates of open source. We believe that's that's the beauty of the software. So
okay, and does it occupy a lot of memory? Is it heavy? Is it slow?
As we got a lot of the stuff back from our focus groups, from some of the people that use it constantly in our Telegram group, people actually say that it is faster. Because again, believe it or not, even though Chromium is positioned as open source, we had to cut out big chunks out of it just to make it work in terms of privacy, in terms of loading. There is a lot of stuff that's going on inside that affects the speed. Again, some parts might not be as fast, but that's when dealing with some proprietary codecs, like
Sure.
some Spotify on some media sites, that might be the case. But overall, we try to strip out as much as possible, make it lightweight, make it fast, and again, we are never kind of sticking to one technology. For example, our Android browser is actually based on Firefox engine, because the Chromium engine for the mobile part was quite horrible to work with, and took quite an extensive amount of time, and we decided to just give up on it because it was just too bloated. Android and to get Chromium and Android together collect so much data from devices that it was just, if we could cut it out, it wouldn't be even functional as a browser.
Oh.
So we decided, yeah, it is. It's so deeply embedded in there, and that's why we're saying that Google wants your data. Everybody wants your data.
Cheetah, it's really, really important for Google to know every single thing that we're doing all the time, and where we're with, and record our conversations. How else are they going to look after us, hey? This is benign big brother. Okay.
Exactly.
By the way, that was, I was being ironic and sarcastic for any people there who may have missed that. Okay, so it's quick. I'm going to install it on my Android phone. That sounds like much better. I haven't used it on my laptop really. I had a little look at it. Now it's got a VPN. How effective is the VPN? Is it also open source?
Well, that's the thing. Yes, it is. It got the VPN, and you again, like that's another part is that you don't ever have to log into the ecosystem to be using that VPN. But it is basic VPN service. It's I wouldn't say it's too complex. It's not commercial grade VPN. But the thing is that, as you mentioned before, is that we have a very close partnership with Sentinel.
Right.
Why? Because for that exact reason, we want for our users inside the Decentr browser to be using commercial VPN, and Sentinel basically provides that. And because we're on the same network as Cosmos, that's actually, we are given the ability of the Decentr users to be paying for Sentinel VPN service in DEC. Because it's IBC protocol, it works together. We work very closely with Sentinel. The guys are great over there. The developers are awesome there, and that's basically what it's going to be. It's going to be you browsing inside the browser. You decide to share some of your data. You get rewarded in DEC for that data, and you can use that DEC to get commercial grade decentralized VPN right outside of your browser. Right, it's all happens inside the browser. It's all seamless. That's our goal. So
that's very interesting for me. So I did say to you before we started recording, I've been involved with Sentinel for a while now. In fact, that was the first Cosmos project that I ever got involved in DVPN, and I'm waiting for their desktop application to come so I can start running it on my laptop. Now, for anybody who doesn't know, what Sentinel offers is a decentralized VPN where there's no central point of failure, and all the information is rerouted in lots and lots of different directions, so it can't be captured, like with a centralized VPN. And people can rent out their bandwidth to the decentralized network and earn crypto, and then they can also pay for the service, which is much cheaper because it's peer-to-peer, little people sometimes sharing their bandwidth and making money here. So it's much cheaper. Not yet fully available, not on Mac anyway, but there is a mobile version. Now, is the Sentinel DVPN integrated in the browser fully yet? Because what I'd like to be able to do is to use the browser, and I'm already using DVPN to pay for the service, or I'm providing a bandwidth. What's the level of integration that you're looking to create, or there already is?
Well, there is already relators set up. There is a bunch of stuff that's already done, and we are. I would say we are very close to the full release of the browser in that way. I would say that within a month, maybe a little bit more. And once we release the browser, the beauty of it is that. Because we always are keen in technology, and for example, like our browser development for the desktop is actual C++ development. We actually go that deep inside the code, and we try to make it as fast as possible. And because of that, it's going to be covering your whole machine basically. So like once you open the browser, you delegate, you open inside of the browser, you open the world with whatever deck you have. You select the VPN, the VPN nodes, and that's it. You're good to go. Your whole machine is covered by the VPN through the browser.
Not just the browser, the whole VPN, the whole machine.
Yes.
I don't think Opera has a built-in VPN, but I don't know if it covers the whole machine. It's just the browser.
Which no. We try to achieve the whole machine coverage because that's truly commercial grade VPN.
Yeah.
And but at least. I will tell you this much because you said like, oh, I'm waiting for the Mac client, but again, like we have the browser for Mac as well, so there you go.
Yes, you do. You do. I have it installed.
Once we have finished with the Sentinel VPN in there you go. You can have it and you can use it inside the browser.
Okay.
We try.
I gotta say
that's the big part, but we'll get through this. We already have everything technologically set up. It's just a matter of time.
Well, fabulous. I really look forward to that. And maybe I could have you and Dan on a video together when that gets launched. Maybe.
That would be cool. We definitely look forward.
So the idea has just occurred to me. Nothing promised, by the way, but if you're watching this, you should subscribe, comment, and like anyway, just in case, and for all the other cool stuff that I do. Okay, so that's the VPN in the browser. Now, you've talked about the token, DEC, is that right? Is that the ticker symbol?
Yes, that's correct.
So how does the token economy work?
Well, look, the thing is that when we first started, we obviously had the ERC token, which was, for initial like trading and stuff. But yes, we are native. We have the native DEC available, which is the Cosmos-backed native token. It's trading on Osmosis exchange. It has the atom pairs and this is the Osmo pairs. The native token is, the beauty of it is that we given for the data that you're sharing, when you decide to share the data, you get awarded part of the pool of the DEC tokens of the people that actually share their data. So you get rewarded in DEC token, and that's why we wanted. You can stake it right inside the browser. The DeFi features, they're all already built in. So the staking built in right inside the browser. The wallet built in right inside the browser. So you can do it all within within the same ecosystem. So you can stake it, get it rewards that way. There is another thing is that, as we said, the biggest utility as we see is that commercial grade VPN with Sentinel, as we discussed in just right now. There is a possibility to get DEC as a referral program. We have the referral program where when you register, you have the referral link that you can send to whoever and get rewarded for when they install the browser as well. So there is multiple usage for DEC, and we're constantly looking for even more and more usage, especially because we kind of want the whole economy of data getting shifted in terms of like once you have your digital impact, once you have your data shared and you get that DEC, it's good to have not only a utility to buy the Sentinel VPN, but we're constantly working to get it into other possible retail spaces or some discounts or we're constantly looking into further utility for that particular token. So
right, okay, and then the data that gets sent, is it anonymized?
Yes, it is anonymized. Obviously, it's all encrypted. Obviously, it's not in the open storage in the blockchain, but it's all encrypted. It's all anonymized. Again, the beauty of that is that we give the choice. If you want to just use the browser, you can just use the browser, and inside of your account, you can create an account and even use the staking features and DeFi features and the premium VPN from Sentinel. You can use all that, but at the same time, not share any data, because right inside your account, you can do the switches and say, I don't want to share my storage history, or I don't want to share my cookie data or anything like that. So you can, at any point, you can share some data, but then, for example, you decided, I don't want to share anymore. At any point, you can switch it off. And that's the beauty of it, is that we give the choice. We give the choice of what you want to do with the data, because all kind of the big dogs, like, really give a choice. It's just,
no choice.
The data.
No choice. Okay.
Yep, exactly.
Okay. And then the staking rewards. What's the APR currently?
20%. Right now it's 20%, but there are several additional stuff that people can definitely earn. Like, for example, inside the Osmosis itself, there is a liquidity rewards program. Yeah. So exactly, and there's obviously we have all an Explorer where you can see like all the validators, and we have about 40 validators, I would say right now, something about that. Some of them offer slashing protections. There is like a big community on Discord on them. All the links on our website. So like if you want to go to Discord community, it's there. So yeah, the 20% APR plus whatever the withdrawal fees, as was regular with multiple Cosmos networks. We pretty much try to be within the same kind of standard.
Yes, and I'll have all the links in the description below. People can go check it out. And it's a free to use, privacy focused, censorship resistant browser with a VPN that may will at some point protect your whole machine. That can't be bad. Okay, tell us about the team and the project. When did the project launch? How are you funded?
Oh, we started. Me and actually, Rich James is my main kind of partner in crime in that. We started on the fiddling on the concept of data to the people maybe about 5 years ago.
Mhm.
The actual hardcore development started maybe 2.5 years ago. About 2 years ago, we had the initial token sale. And then it was just move to the market, obviously, and to exchanges, and that's it. That was after that we have not done any additional raises. So we've been doing the initial race was gone through was the technical development to somewhere liquidity and so forth so on. But the biggest, I would say, the for the past 2.5 years, we've been doing a very big deal of technical development. I
Right.
wouldn't say that we've been doing a lot of big marketing effort, but for now, we finally got to the level of product that we want to see and we want to market and we want to give to the people because we finally see it as as more or less complete. With the launch, we're planning to launch. Very very soon the iOS version, and that's going to be completed basically everything because then we're going to have the Linux, Mac, Windows, Android, and iOS, and then we're good to go with everything. Especially because on the even on Android there is a possibility of earning. Like on the Android, when you on the browser on Android, you can set up that okay, I want to share my search data, and you get rewards even from the mobile usage. So that's already there. Plus, we want to very soon want to release the staking right inside of the Android browser. So it's going to be very easy. You just have the mobile staking right on the device. So
Okay, that would make it very convenient. And then, because my next question was going to be, how are you going to get the word out? And you said, well, once the products are finished, then we can start marketing and then promoting it because people will know about it. Because everybody in the crypto space knows about the Brave browser. They don't know about the Decentr browser. Okay,
yeah, and we try to kind of distance ourselves from the whole Brave concept because again we are anti kind of advertisements and that sort of stuff. With Brave, their main concept is like watch ads and get paid. For us, we are not focused on the advertisements. We think that human interaction, and we think that data is rich enough to be used instead of forcing people to watch ads. And that's our main belief, and we truly believe that. So.
Okay, one very quick question, which I should have asked you earlier, is given that it's a fork of Chrome, can I have extensions on the browser, on the Decentr browser from the Google Play Store?
Oh yeah. All the extensions working fine. We have that's another thing that one of our services we have tons of different services. It's quite extensive in terms of like as I mentioned, like referral programs, for example, or for example we have swap service, which is it basically swaps the ERC token into the native. Actually, about the stats, we have out of the total circulation, we have about 40% already into native token. So people switch from the ERC to the native because obviously native is what we planning to keep on going with, to the future and beyond. So in terms of like, for example, on the swaps, you can use your MetaMask wallet because in the Decentr browser, any extension that works in Chrome will work inside the Decentr browser.
Right.
So MetaMask or any other popular extensions, they all work fine.
Oh, that's very good. Okay, that's very good. I think I may have found myself a new browser to use. Privacy first. Okay. Now, what have you got coming up in the roadmap next? What are you next working on? That we haven't. You got the commercial VPN, marketing.
Yes.
What else?
Well, that's the big parts. As again, like for us at least, was we feel the big part is obviously the Sentinel integration. And another part is that, as I mentioned, we're coming up with the iOS version, and then our kind of coverage of devices is going to be complete, which we try to do. Another big thing is that the comment is we have already maybe about a year and a half ago, we have announced we have the partnership with Ocean Protocol that deals with data, huge amounts of data, and we right now at the final stages of the actual integration of the Ocean, and that's going to be a big thing as well, because that's actually will complete the whole kind of revenue circle for the user. So the user gives us the data, we deal with Ocean, and the data going to them, and working on the monetary compensation through the Ocean marketplace that they have, and all the other stuff that we integrate with, and then that kind of revenue will go into the company and into the deck itself, increasing its value, and obviously that's when you have the true utility.
Fabulous. Okay. Is there anything else you want to let us know, Nikita?
Well, again, we have multiple sources of announcements, be that in Telegram or in Discord, and the thing is that we try to constantly give updates. As you can look through history and see that we updating all of our software very, very frequently. So for someone who wants to use our browser, more than welcome. Check out all of our channels and see and keep it updating, because we always give new functionalities. We always give new stuff to play around with. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Please use, because we all know that the privacy is essential right now. We have to be careful with our data, and this is something that can be done and for free. So why not?
Yes, absolutely, Nikita. Without privacy, there is no freedom. Okay, so thank you so much. I'm going to have all the links in the description below. And if you're watching this, let me know. If you use Decentr, give me the ticker symbol DEC, DEC. If you don't use Decentr, give me the ticker symbol of anything, because they're all simple comments and it supports my channel grow. Go check this project out. Download the browser. Try it out for yourself. Go join the Telegram group or the Discord group. Go through all the documentation and check it out. If you want to get the DEC token, you can do so on the Osmosis DEX. And any comments or questions, again, leave them in the description below. Follow me on Twitter, CryptoRichYT. Join my official Telegram announcements channel. And you can find this and my other videos as podcasts. And that link is in the description below. And between now and when I see you next, please keep filling your pockets with crypto profits. This is Crypto Rich and Crypto Nikita signing out. All the best. Bye-bye.